Hello folks and welcome back to the channel. Okay, in this episode we are going to use static collections to build mesh mashups. And the example I'm going to build is a bar for the workshop mod that I'm working on. I'm going to build a bar for settlers to work. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to actually make the bar. Now, I found that these right here will work perfectly. So I'm going to put one of those in there. And I'm going to put one of those in there. And for some reason, it's not... I think I grabbed the wrong one. I did. So I'm going to take that out. And I need trans thin left. I believe that's the one I need. Yes, sir. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fit those together. Good enough. And for right now, I'm going to take and I'm going to move that to the side because I have this little cell that I built. This is just my test cell. So in here, I'm going to scroll down till I see player house. I want this right here. So I'm going to stick this in here. Basically what I'm building is like a restaurant. The level 3 restaurant is what it's going to end up being. So I want to go ahead and I want to fit that into the corner like that. Control Z because I do not need to move that. I just want to move this. I figure that will be about what I'm looking for. Might want to go ahead and move it over a little bit. No, I think we can go to right there. So that is our basic setup for our bar. Now, I'm going to make a couple of static items to fit in here. I've already got one done. So we're going to go 0, 0, 0. And I believe it just takes a second for it to call it all up. There we go. And the item I made was the kitchen sink. It's not there, so we're going to want to fit that in right there. I made this a static item. Any objects you make, and that will fit right in there, just like that. That's perfect. Now, any objects you make for a static collection have to be statics. So I'm going to type kitchen into the filter, and I'm going to go down here until I see kitchen refrigerator static yellow. We're going to stick that in right there. And I'm going to take and I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to have to drop that down. Maybe raise it up a little bit. Sometimes it helps to turn off the snap to grid. so that you can get everything right. Just like that, and we'll turn the snapped grid back on. Now, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make a, this is the door for it, but I need a static object for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I am going to rename this using my naming convention, fridge door yellow. And it doesn't need a name because we're not going to do any scrapping. We're going to slide that over to the side. Now we're going to open up our yellow refrigerator door that we want to use, and we're going to click on the edit tab, and we're going to select all in this right here and copy that and push OK. Can close that, don't need that. Now we'll hit our edit tab here, and we're going to hit our edit tab in here, and it's going to say look in, and you're going to want it to say meshes right here, and you just paste this in right here, hit open, you'll see the model changed. Okay, and replacement material, we're going to change we're going to do a material swap here because this is the valid, so we're going to just do the material swap, and we'll hit OK. That way it's the same color. You can change the colors of it that way if you want. And yes, we want to do the new ID, and we're going to have to go ahead and go get that. So in the filter I just put 000, that way it shows the stuff that I made. There's my fridge door right there, and we're going to go ahead and stick that in there and try to move it into place. And I can see that I'm gonna want to go ahead and use turn the snapped grid off so it at least gets close. And Control Z. That's good enough for government work. Okay, so we've got the beginning of our little corner bar set up here. Now, what I may want to do is I may want to go ahead and put counter in here and put a mid counter in. So I need the diner counter mid. Diner counter thin. Take a look here. No, that's not what I need. Diner counter mid. I think maybe it's further down here. Let me see here. Diner counter. No. Cafe counter. Preview. No, that's not what we want. Ah, here we go. Preview. Nope. diner counter. That's the end. Don't want that. Preview. That's the one I'm looking for right there. Diner counter thin. So we'll go ahead and we'll stick that there for right now. I think that's the one I'm going to want. And I'm going to move that over there. And undo, because I need to turn my snapped grid on. Right, and then this one here, we're going to have that come over there. That makes it a little bit bigger. Now there's a reason I put the middle piece in like that. This isn't going to be actual where the people sit. So I'm going to take this and we are going to move that over to the side. That way. This is for actually larger kind of bar. Now we need a stove. Player House Ruin Stove Yellow. That's the one I need. Now this isn't going to be an actual working kitchen. This is basically just for looks. Now I just got to fit this in here. And I'm probably going to have to fit it in manually, so. Like that. Like that. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to select this, this, and this. And I'm going to try to move this closer to the wall. About like that. That ought to do the trick. So there's our basic bar scene. Yeah, I think that's enough. Right? Okay. Now, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to, for everything that I put on this bar as clutter, I'm going to want to make a static object out of it. So let's start with, oh, let's just do a scene here. The scene for the, one of the, we're going to open that up. We're going to open one of these up and we're going to just kind of slide that over there and put that on top of there. And let's see, glass. And we're gonna go with this beer glass Gwinnett. Now, you've probably seen these before. So let's go ahead and look at it. Can't really see it because, yeah. Anyway, it's there. So we're going to open that up, copy that, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the same naming convention. But then the reason I copied that was so that I know what it is. So I'm going to paste that in there. I don't need a name. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this. Same thing as before. Copy. Okay. And I can close that. Don't need that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to edit this. Make sure it's in meshes and paste. That's good. That's good. And I'm going to push OK on that, and it'll give me a new form. So now I'm going to take this static object I made, and I'm going to stick that right in there. You can't see it because the lights are on, but if the lights were off and there was actually light in here, which I can do that right quick. Any light will work. Any light source will work. Cave light, no shadow. That'll work. And as you can see, there is the glass right there. Okay, we'll turn that off. Turn it back on so I can find my glass. So we're gonna, like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna raise it, and then I'm gonna drop it so it drops down onto the thing. I'm gonna turn my snap to grid back on, and now I'm gonna type in napkin. And I have all of the DLCs loaded, so there's only really one napkin. So we'll do that, and then we'll go back to this. And we'll open this, any one of these up, it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. Same thing as before. Now, any object you put in a static collection obviously has to be a static. Now, you can make your own statics from any object in the game. Literally any object in the game. Just by using this process. Don't need that no more. I'm going to click on Edit. I'm going to go to Meshes. And I'm going to paste that in there. And I'm going to push OK. And I'm going to push OK on that and wait for that to do its thing. Okay, it's done its thing. Now I'm going to take this clean napkin and I'm going to drop that right there. And I think, once again, I got to turn off the snap to grid. Or, yeah, I'm going to have to turn off the snap to grid to get this to work. I'll move that right there, and now I need another static object, and I am going to put the word stout in here into the object filter, because I'm going to put a bottle of beer right there next to it. But I want the beer to be a static object, so I have to actually make the static object. Okay, now I put stout. I didn't type it all up. There we go. This will be good right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to put this into the model here. I'm going to call up the model for it. And I'm going to copy that. And okay, that's a new form. Let it do its thing. It's done. Cancel. Now I want the stout right here. Turn the snap to grid off so I can move it around. Same with snap to angle, because sometimes it helps to do that just to so you can get a little variation in there. And this is my little scene I'm making, so I'll end up just duplicating the scene across. I need one more thing. Put that over there. Ash. Ooh, tray. And we're going to just go ahead and use this one right here. Copy that. Paste that in right there. Do the model. Change this right here. And now that is right there. Now I want to put that into the thing here. I'm going to turn the lights on so I can see. Now, the ashtrays I may want to duplicate a few times too, so and not have it with the scene of the bottle and the glass, because you know I'm going to want to have like an ashtray over here or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clutter this all out using the same process of making the static objects. Everything that you put in here has to be a static object for this to work. All right, I'll be right back and we'll show you how to do the mesh mashup.
One debt to society later.
Okay, guys. So I got this all cluttered up the way I want it. I changed the color on the counters there, and you can see that I got the shelves. Got a bunch of stuff on the shelves and all of that. So that's all good. So now we're going to make a static collection out of this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of these floor pieces. And I just want to go ahead and move those over there. And I'm going to move the light, if I can get a hold of it. There we go. Move the light. So everything's good right there. Now, to make the static collection, it's really not that hard at all. What we're going to do is, first we're going to save, just so, in case I crash. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of that. And I'm going to move that over a little bit. Now, I've got it all selected. Now, to make the static collection, it's fairly easy. Guess that's a potted plant. But I guess to make the static collection, it's fairly easy. But the first thing you want to do is not that. You want to click on the one in front, a piece near the bottom that is as far closest to you as you can. Now we're going to go ahead and make static collection. Cancel. Just in case I do crash, I'm going to duplicate all of that, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to save. I'm going to make the duplicate a static collection. Same thing. Click on your closest piece. Now the reason for that is that is what the static collection will build off of. So we're gonna name this M9 underscore bar scene SC for static collection. And it's gonna ask in the object window filter, we'll just put bar. And that is done. So what we'll do is we'll type in this, the 3 zeros, so that it finds it. All right. And it will come up with this SC right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to open that up. And you'll see where it says recreate NIF from data. And that's good. Okay. Now, we open up our Fallout 4 folder, and you will see you might have to make this folder before you start this, SCOL. And inside of it, when you make a static collection, the name of your ESP will show up. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this. And I usually do it by the time and date. So it's 113, it was 112, it was that one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. And I'll go into this and I'll paste this right in here. And we're going to rename this mesh bar scene 01. Like that. Let's open that in NIF scope so you can see that it works. And there's the reason why I clicked on, see this? Okay. And there's the reason why I clicked on this counter piece here. See this NIF node here? Everything is connected to that. So that's good. That's all working. We'll close that. Now, this is the static collection. You don't actually need it, but so what we're going to do is now we will type in vendor. God, I wish I get this right here. VENDOR. Right, and we'll go down to workshop vendor. These are all the vendor crates. Workshop. Workshop bar. We'll use the diner counter. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. How about this? That'd actually be the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to go 000 M9 underscore workshop bar. And I'm going to change the model. Okay. So that's good. And that looks good there. Now we're going to check to make sure that everything works as intended. Now, that works as intended, but you can see that the bar is turned around the wrong way. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. Like that. We're going to go to the markers, and that is we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. Just like that. That's fine. Now we're going to want to go, it's on the y-axis. We can take and slide this right back to there. And move it over a little bit. And there that is. And we'll push OK. And we'll just hit our F5 button on our screen here. And it will refresh the scene. And the NPC will come up and stand right up on it, and that works. And there's our bar right there. Now, when you place it in the workshop, when you put it in a workshop mod, it will place, and this part right here will be right in front of you, and everything will place back against the wall. You can place it to place it easier that way. All right, and that's all there is to it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And remember, if you guys would like to help support the channel, look down in the description. You'll find a link to the T.A.P Gaming merch store, or you can leave a one-time tip on PayPal, or become a patron for as little as $1 a month. Or if you'd like to go a little bit above and beyond, look down underneath the video. You'll see the join button. You can join to become a channel member. All right, guys, until next time, remember to keep your powder dry, shoot straight, rookie, and remember that war never changes.